Hello, Kyle Villarreal here. I'm gonna have to stop adding that because if you're on my page, you already know that who I am. Um, I want to talk today about some of those people out there who say that renters aren't important because, after all, they're not homeowners. It's not like they really matter. I've been a renter ever since I've been 18. Um, let's talk about the virtues of home ownership. Well, homeowners all say, well, if I want to remodel, I can remodel. Yeah, sure, you can. Why? If you wanted to remodel a place, why didn't you just buy the house with the stuff you want already there? Um, Home ownership involves a lot of very costly maintenance, taxes. Um, you own here in town, or yeah, even in the country out here. And the county or the city decides to widen your road. Who pays for that? You do. Um, the roof starts to leak. Who pays for that? You do. Water heater dies. Who pays for that? You do. A bunch of animals crawl into your chimney or get into your attic somehow or another. Who pays for that? You do. Now, what do I pay for? I'm a renter, by the way. I pay my monthly rent. The roof was just replaced last year. My water heater goes out. I call landlords. Hey, need a new water heater. Furnace filters. They bring up furnace filters every fall. Leave it on my front door, or they knock on my door. Yeah, can we put in furnace filters? Sure, go for it. They leave it out on my door, then I put in a furnace filter. Ain't no big thing. Mow the lawn? No, I don't mow the lawn. I don't shovel the sidewalks. I'm 59 years old. Almost 60 years old. I've lived in this apartment now for coming up on 4 years, I think. 3 years, 4 years, I can't even remember anymore. It's been a while. I get new neighbors all the time. Almost once a year now, I get a new neighbor. Right now, I'm living in this building with 3 other single women. They're not all my type. In fact, none of them are really my type. I gotta sit back here a little ways. I live here in the city, right downtown in the city. I don't need to have computer hookup here at home. I live a half a block from the library. I use their Wi-Fi. I go over to the library. I check out DVDs, put it in my DVD player, or I can put it here on my laptop and watch the movie. Piece of cake. And the thing is, I don't have to store these DVDs here. When I'm done watching it, I take it back to the library. They let somebody else check it out and they can watch it. Now, I do have a pretty good stack of DVDs, probably about 25 of them. But these are DVDs that the library is not going to hang on to. And that probably most people don't have a whole lot of interest in unless they come over to my house. I can throw one in and see if I can get them interested in it. I'm more into a lot of different documentaries and things, science stuff. So I don't keep a whole lot of movies around, although I do got a Lassie one. I got a couple of cartoon ones in case the grandkids ever come over. Um, I got White Fang simply because it's one of my favorite movies as a child, from my childhood. I think I watched it when I was like 9, 10 years old. A movie called White Fang about this young gold prospector, and he's got I can't remember if he brings the dog with him. No, I don't think he brings it with him. I think he acquires the dog once he gets up to Alaska. And this is like back in the, I'd say late 1800s, early 1900s, something on that order. I'm thinking early 1900s because I seem to remember a couple old jalopy cars driving around in it or something. But we're talking about the difference between renting and owning. Now, as you know, I've also been divorced 3 different times. And if I had owned homes, who would have ended up with a house? Me or the ex-wife? No. There's nothing that permanent in this world, okay, that I want to own a home. I just don't see it as being a profitable thing for me. When I rent, I pay the rent until I move, and then I'm done paying the rent there. I'm paying rent somewhere else. Move in with a woman, you pay half her rent, or whatever the case may be. Maybe all of her rent, you get benefits on the side. She cooks for you, she buys the food, maybe she pays some of the basic bills. You get to have sex, and so whatever the case, however you guys work it out, it's fine and dandy. So home ownership to me is really very unimportant. I've never wanted to be a homeowner. I've never seriously looked into buying a home, although I used to, me and Terry, we used to like to go out and to open houses and just kind of like, oh yeah, it would be kind of fun to own this a little bit, we could do this here, do that there, another thing here, but seriously, buy a home and go through all the problems that brings up, with like roof repairs, electrical repairs, furniture, all the stuff I mentioned, no, that is to me a ridiculous concept. I will never ever own a home, especially now that I'm coming up on 60. If I was dumb enough, maybe I was in my mid-20s, early 30s, I may have bought a home. But now, no. I had a chance to inherit my mother's house, my parents' house, out in Vernon. Both my parents asked me when they knew that they were going to eventually die. I said, no, I do not want it. Under no circumstances do I, especially out in Vernon. Okay, who in the hell in their right mind would live next to a marsh? In the wintertime, it's too cold to go outside and do anything. And in the summertime, there's so many frickin' mosquitoes and crap out there, and it's so frickin' hot, you don't want to go outside either. So you're stuck in the house 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. No, I don't want that. Here in the city, you see, we got a whole lot fewer mosquitoes. And even though the winters are, still rough, they're going to be rough here in the town or out in the country 6 miles south of town. It doesn't matter. Winters are going to be just as bad. With the difference being that I don't have to clear the driveway and the sidewalks. Homeowners. I just wait around. Landlord sends through the kids with the snow blowers and another kid with a couple of shovels to do the porches. They spread salt all over the place, which drives me nuts. I hate the salt. But what you gotta do? What you gonna do, man? Some bad comes with good, So no, owning a home, I just don't see any advantages in it. I want the place repainted. I've been here long enough. You know, I'll paint the door jambs or some damn thing, you know. Because when I move out, they're going to repaint the entire damn place anyway. They're going to replace the carpeting. They may replace the refrigerator, maybe the stove. They'll be making all sorts of changes to this place, you know, for the new tenant that'll move in. You know, but I really had no plans on moving either. You know, I mean, my rent is fairly decent here. You know, I mean, it's a little higher than I'm used to, you know, throughout my lifetime. You know, back in 1974, I was paying $110 a month for Ford Efficiency. You know, now I've got a 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment here with a balcony on the back, but I'm paying a lot more than $110 a month, I'll tell you that. A whole lot more. But anyway, yeah, that's basically just what I wanted to get into here is, for all you people that say, well, he doesn't even own a home. No, stop right there. There's just some of us that don't ever want to own a home and never have, okay? Bye, guys.